Hello, fam. You are listening to Drop It Like It's Doc podcast. I am Dr. De Luna, your favorite spicy doctor, educator, and yogi. And today we're going to kind of start at the foundation because I talk a lot about detox and the danger of environmental toxicity, but I want to give you some tools that you can use to help your body clear this BS out. So, my friends, there is an endless amount of things that we are exposed to just being humans on this planet. We are breathing them in. We are sniffing them in. We are having them exposed on our skin, through our clothes, through our food, through our water. I think when I first started peeling back this layer of awareness to all the things that are in our exposure that are influencing our health, it became quite overwhelming. And it's easy for it to become overwhelming and for you to feel kind of stuck in that reality. But this whole episode is intended to give you some realistic tools that you can start to integrate in today to help your body clear out these toxins. Because as you may or may not have heard me explain before, I like to think of your toxic load like a bucket, right? And when we're born, honestly, you were born with a lot of toxins just based on what your mom was exposed to, your dad was exposed to, that entered into your body while you were developing. So I would like to say that you were born with nothing, but honestly you were. But still, bottom of the bucket. That was your baseline, right? And your body is resilient, it is beautiful, it is powerful, it is smart, and it wants you to be healthy. So it will do everything it can to continue to drain that bucket. The way that you drain the bucket are through your breath, your lymphatic system, your urine, your bowels, and through other mechanisms that we will talk about. So if your drain is not open, if things are not clearing from your bucket, the bucket will continue to fill, continue to fill, continue to fill. And signs of toxicity can be things of just not feeling like yourself, brain fog, joint pain, fatigue, migraines, headaches, gut symptoms. So as the bucket starts to fill, you might notice more and more things feel off. And if the bucket is not draining, it will fill faster, and vice versa. If it's draining faster, you won't have symptoms as quickly. So all of these are intended to open up the drain. So the first part of the drain that we are going to talk about is your lymphatic system. So all of your cells have waste. They have waste products. They have an on switch, an off switch. And just like your body that eats things and poops things out or drinks things and pees things out, so do your cells. So their cellular waste is being pushed out of their cell, and it's in the extracellular matrix, meaning that it is outside of that cell. From there, it is pulled out from that cellular environment into your lymphatic system, where it actually drains into the heart so that your body is circulating those toxins that were just drained from your cells to then be cleared from your kidneys and your liver, your sweat, your breath, that kind of a thing. So a lot of us don't do a lot with our lymphatic system. If you have a stagnant lymphatic system, you might feel puffy, swollen. You might have things like cellulite. That is actually a sign that your lymphatic system is backed up, because unlike our vascular system that has a heart, a very powerful pump, moving things around, your lymphatic system does not. So things like exercise is incredible for pumping your lymphatic system. If you are a yogi, doing things like sun salutations where you're going up and then down, opening the body, closing the body, it is creating an internal pump through your muscles to drain the lymphatic system. So movement is incredible. And honestly, if you're working on anything health related, movement is a non-negotiable. You need to be doing it. Other things to support your lymphatic system are things like dry skin brushing. So a dry skin brush kind of looks like a horse brush for those of you that have horses. It's a dry bristle brush. You do this lightly. You do this on the surface of your skin because your lymphatic system is right below the surface of the skin. So you do these little brushes from the periphery, always towards the heart. So you'll do your head, your neck, your breasts, your legs, all the way up, always draining to the heart. This is also working on your skin, right? It's opening up the skin barrier, but right now, primarily talking about lymph. Other things that you could do to drain your lymphatic system are things like hot, cold showers, contrast showers. So when you're doing this hot, what it does is it makes things get bigger, right? It makes things get red, hot, swollen. That's what it's doing to your blood vessels. It's increasing their caliber. Cold, the opposite is happening. Everything is constricting, contracting. So you're having this widening and closing of your blood vessels, which again is creating a pump to kind of drain your whole body, to move your lymph, your blood, everything throughout so that it can shift to be cleared out. It's also why things like rebounding are incredible, jumping up and down, vibration plates, all of those are working in your cells and in your structure to kind of wiggle that cellular waste loose so that it can be seen by your immune system, drained to systemic circulation, and moved out of your body. So some of the more obvious things that we're aware of as far as detoxing are things like sweat, right? So your skin is covered in pores, and these pores will open up when you are hot so that you can release cellular waste from them. And I remember when I was in my mold journey, when I was healing from mold, I noticed the color of my sweat changed considerably. And that's because you can release a lot of mold through your skin. You can release some heavy metals through your skin, a lot of environmental toxins through your skin, and know that if your bowels or your kidneys are backed up, more is going to try to come out of your skin. So if you are someone that has a really dry, itchy, flaky scalp, or if you have a lot of skin issues, or you're noticing random rashes and whatnot, I can almost promise you that you're constipated, or I can almost promise you that there's something going on with your gut or your kidneys that isn't allowing you to drain those toxins out, so it's trying to come out now through your skin. So it's a good sign that all of your drainage pathways want some support. But for your skin, it's really important that your skin is hydrated, that you're really nourished, that you're really drinking clean water to help flush it out. And I am a huge fan, again, of sweating. And this could be done through regular physical movement, because then you're getting your blood pumping, your lymphatic system moving, but then you're also opening up your skin and clearing it. Or it can be in things like infrared saunas. I'm a huge fan of saunas. Please know that a lot of gyms, their saunas are actually riddled with mold. So if you walk in there and if you see mold, get out. That's actually not helping anymore. Too common. Wish it wasn't, but it's true. So that is skin, that is lymph. Next thing, obvious things, right? The bowels, the pooper. So those of you that subscribe to this channel, first of all, I fucking love you. Second of all, you know, because you tell me at parties when I see you, that your poop should look like a sausaggio. However, many of you, your poops don't look like sausagios. Many of you aren't even pooping every day. You need to poop 2 to 3 times a day. You just have to. It's actually not something that you should overlook. It's something that you should have a goal every day that you're gonna poop. If you are not pooping, you are probably dehydrated. Start your day by chugging some room temperature or warm water. What this is going to do, it's going to stimulate something called the gastrocolic reflex, meaning that as your stomach expands with all this water, it's going to go, hey, yo, colon, there's something coming. You got to clear out some space, and it's going to make you poop. So if you wake up in the morning, chug some water, give yourself a little massagio on the abdomen, and then go sit down on the toilet, you're probably going to poop. You probably are. If you don't, you are probably not eating enough fiber. You got to eat fruits and vegetables, fam. You also, legumes are phenomenal. Whole grains, phenomenal sources of fiber. Because to make yourself poop, to even make poop, there has to be, some sustenance there. If you're just eating protein, which I love protein, if you're just eating protein and fat, your body really soaks up all of that. Just like, think about if you're making a juice, right? For those of you that have a juicer, you put in like a pear in there. What comes out is all the juice. It's just liquid. All of the fiber, all of that plant sustenance is left behind. That is what is creating the bulk of your poop. So not a big fan of juice, honestly. Big fan of smoothies. Big fan of eating whole foods. Yas, because that will help everything, truly. So if you're having issues in that department, up your fruits and veggies, up your hydration, maybe take a fiber supplement. I'm a huge fan of psyllium, but one of my favorite ways to clean out the bowels, but draining them with water. Have you ever had a colonic? Colonics are amazing. They are amazing. Basically, you just get a little tube stuck up your butt. It's not that big. It's not that big at all. You're gonna get filled up with water. This water is then going to be flushed. It sounds more dramatic than it is, I think, because all of us, I'm assuming, have been in a time or a place where we thought we were gonna poop our pants, right? Where you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's all it feels like. Your body's just like, wait, what's going on here? And then you get it flushed out. You're gonna see so many things come out of you. The first time I got a colonic, and I've never been constipated, just fun fact, never have been. But the first time I got a colonic, I truly left feeling high. I called my brother, who was in New York. I hope he's listening to this episode and remembers this beautiful phone call. I called him and told him how good I felt. And even though I wasn't constipated, that is just because it helped my gut release and dump so many toxins, because your sweet little liver, which we're going to talk about next, your liver and your gallbladder dump its toxins into the small intestine. Not just toxins, it dumps, food metabolites, other things that it's trying to move throughout the body. It goes into your small intestine. After your small intestine comes a large intestine, and then you poop it out. So it's a wonderful way to kind of help your liver clear things out as well. And if you want an even bigger boost for that sweet little liver-o, coffee enemas. Coffee enemas. I love coffee. I love it so much. Imagine what it does when it goes up your butt. I'll tell you what it does when it goes up your butt. What coffee does when it goes up your little booty is that it activates different chemical receptors in your gut that we always have. And it makes all of the sphincters, remember that fun word from my gut episode? Sphincters are circular muscles. Opens up all the sphincters so that it can move higher in your digestive system. It's going to circulate the caffeine in the coffee, which is also having a very similar effect, this chemical reaction. It's helping your liver drain because it's bitter. It's opening up the drain between the liver and the gallbladder and the small intestine so that you get a massive release of toxins. I've had people who have had gallstones, who have had all sorts of things going on in their liver, whether that's, fatty liver or just a toxic buildup. And the things that come out, you do a coffee enema and see little pieces of gold, congratulations, you just passed cholesterol stones. Please keep your gallbladder. Please keep it. Your body needs it. And if your doctor says, nah, you don't need it, please try to drain the stones first before you cut it out, because that is a sign that your liver and your gallbladder have been doing that dance for a while and they want support. It's not a sign to just take an organ out. Instead, stick some coffee up your butt. See if you pass some gallstones. Who's to say? I think you will. It's gonna be great. Other things that can help your liver and your gallbladder are bitters. Bitter foods. Root vegetables, cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables are things like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, so many other things. But this group of veggies, they contain different compounds that actually help your liver do its job better. They help your liver detox. It's incredible. So if you're working on hormone balance, if you've been exposed to something toxic, add broccoli sprouts to your food. Broccoli sprouts are truly a superfood, and they don't really taste like much. You can add them to smoothies, to bowls, to sandwiches, whatever your beautiful little heart and tummy desire that is helping you from within. I'm just gonna give you one of my favorite supplements for the liver. One of my favorite supplements by far is NAC, N-acetylcysteine. This is going to help your liver create something called glutathione, which is the strongest antioxidant that our body produces. Yes, your body is producing it. And as it's making this glutathione, it's helping your body clear out the toxins. And when your liver is trying to detoxify something, actually pull up a second tab. Google this. What does the liver need to detox? A picture is going to come up. A phase 1 and phase 2 detox. You are going to see so many amino acids, B vitamins, minerals, and if your body is low on any of those, that whole system is going to be backed up. And then what? Then you're going to get acne, or you're going to get dandruff, or things are going to start to back up because toxins need a way out, babies. They need a way out. So in you eating more protein for those amino acids, because amino acids are only coming from protein, and you getting a really good quality B vitamin, lots of minerals on deck, and then also taking something like NAC, because in that picture that you are going to Google of phase 1 and phase 2 of detox, a lot of oxidation takes place. Oxidation is a big step in inflammation. So there's a lot of inflammation that goes on with trying to clear these toxins from the body, which is why glutathione, which precursor is NAC, you following? That is why NAC is going to help, because it's going to help that whole process move more smoothly. So you need to give your liver some love. Other easy ways to detox would just be to not poison your liver on a daily basis. Like maybe don't drink every day. I'm saying. It'll work. It'll help. Next organ of elimination. Kidneys. Sweet little kiddles. They are detoxifying water-soluble vitamins. They are filtering your blood. Take a moment. Hold your back. Say, thank you, kidneys. Thank you. If your back ever hurts after your bladder hurt, go to the doctor, honey. You might have a kidney infection. Your kidneys are so important. They really are. And fun fact, I would totally take antibiotics if you have a kidney infection. You do not want to mess with that. You do not. But your sweet little kidneys need water. They do. You're dehydrated. There's nothing to filter. Your blood's gonna get thick and slow and gooey. We want fluid blood. We want things moving. We want things mobile so that they can be seen and cleared. So drinking good quality water is important. If you have not watched my last episode on the 10 things I wouldn't put on my mouth, you definitely need to watch it, because one big thing that I talk about is water. Because water, if you were drinking toxic water, that's just more that your kidneys have to filter and clean. And also heavy metals and mold love the kidneys, so they can deposit in there and do all sorts of super fun things. So clean water, but making sure that you're hydrated is huge. And also your kidneys love herbs. They love herbal teas. So I love utilizing herbal teas depending on what season I'm in, any other goals of herbs, know that herbs have a personality and they have energy and they are incredibly smart. So if you are not comfortable with herbs and if you want to work with someone to help guide you, know that you can always reach out to a local herbalist, reach out to a local medicine woman, reach out to a local naturopath, because we love herbs and we would love to teach you about how you can use herbs to support really everything I've said so far, but kidneys and tea and herbs go super well together. The next thing that I want to talk about is overall your ability to breathe, because we are exposed to so many things in the air. Things can become volatile, right? Our lungs are how we exchange energy, but it's also how we release toxins. So I think we're all aware that we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, right? So not only are we breathing out carbon dioxide, we're breathing out other volatile chemicals that our body does not want. There is a practice in yoga called Kapalabhati breathing, which is forceful exhales. If you've never done it, it looks like this. You can even put one hand on your belly, because the idea is that you want to feel your diaphragm, which is at the base of your rib cage, pulling up and in and pushing the breath out. So it looks like this. If you did that for a long time, you would start to smell and taste something. You would. I've done it. I've lived in an ashram before, in which all we did was meditate and do breath work. And you could really find out some interesting stuff when you sit with yourself for that long. And one thing that I found out is that you can change the smell of your exhales by doing it for a long time, because your body will start to pull these toxins and release them out of your lungs. It's almost like these toxins are looking for a door out, looking for a window to open so they could just slide their way out. Your body is smart, but if all the doors are closed, if you're drinking terrible water, if you're eating terrible food, if you're holding your breath, if you don't get any movement, it's challenging and you will have symptoms present. So I want you to check in with your breathing. Do you even breathe with your diaphragm, or do you breathe with your chest? So many of us hold our breath without even realizing it. So many of us breathe with our upper lobes of our lungs and never even tap into this juicy diaphragm muscle. Because with each inhale, know that your diaphragm, which is a dome-shaped muscle, goes down. So it's also massaging and compressing your abdominal organs with each inhale. With each exhale, it goes back to its resting place and pushes air out of your lungs. So with that inhale, you're kind of smooshing all of your internal organs, which are then pushing blood out of them. And remember, it's also pushing out lymph, and lymph is where that cellular waste is. So breathing is not only so incredible to help detoxify your lungs, to detoxify that internal air, but it's also incredible at moving your lymphatic system. Deep belly breathing is one of the best ways to move the lymph in your abdomen. So all of these tips and tricks, they're not crazy, right? They're things that you can absolutely start to do today. You can be mindful that you are taking deep belly breaths, but also be mindful that the air inside of your home might be way more toxic than the air outside of your home. So getting an air filter, game changer. Getting plants that help filter your air, game changer. Eating fiber-rich foods, eating more fruits and vegetables so you poop every day, game changer. Making sure that you are hydrated. Fun fact, you can check if you're hydrated by taking your cute little paw, pinching it, and seeing how fast your skin drops back into place. It should not tent. It shouldn't look like it's in slow motion melting back. It should be a quick, solid drop. If it is slow, you are dehydrated. Know that if you are drinking super filtered water, which I'm a fan of drinking filtered water based on the BS that is in our water, but if you are drinking really filtered water that has no minerals in it, that has been fully stripped of its minerals, it can actually dehydrate you, because water moves in the direction of salt. So it's going to influence your internal waters, influence your ability to keep water in your blood versus in your tissues, this whole thing. So it's super important that you know that your water is balanced and mineralized. And outside of that, I hope that you have learned that your lifestyle matters. The choices that you make on a daily basis can influence how full your bucket is becoming and how quickly it is draining out. So this is your reminder today to get some movement in. Dancing is one of my favorite ways of exercising. Walking, phenomenal. Anything that you want to do that can get your blood pumping is going to help you. From head to toe, you have tools, but the choice is up to you. So if you found this helpful at all, please share it with someone that you think could use the support. Make sure to like this, share it, subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to keep sharing lots of different things that can help you have a better life and heal, because your body, it's ready to heal. It's just trying to clear out all this noise, really. So I'm here for you. I'll keep sharing. Thanks for tuning in. Mwah.